Hi there and welcome to the Crusader Kings 2 Dev Diary number 77. I'm freshly starting this, just discussing what's in the patches coming, what's in the Dev Diaries coming, because I love reading these and I love getting the updates about the game. I love thinking about it. So let's go. Patch 2.8.1 is coming. And yeah, first... artist found the time to add these beauties. Nice village and upgraded things for... yeah, it looks like Asian, right? Also worth noting is that the Yemeni area of the Arabian Peninsula has had its history extensively updated. Most famously, the Sulahids have been added, including Awa Sulahid, one of the few playable Muslim queens. You can see here. If you're looking for a place to experience the Middle Eastern map changes introduced in JD, we heartily recommend this area. Sulahid here. I love that they're doing like similar things to EU4 here. And the changelog is 121 lines long, sizable for a patch. Oh yes, let's see. What's the changelog? 3 features, the Chinese holding icons, which we've seen here. Then balance. The AI is now much less likely to instantly give up when attacked with a tributary casus belli. Alright. Now you lose the kowtow trait when the dynasty in China changes. When accepting to become a tributary of China, as a demand from asking them to reopen the Silk Road, it no longer costs more grace than turning down their demand completely. That makes sense, I think. Yeah. So if you personally kill your own Chinese courtiers, the Emperor will no longer be sorry and refund you the grace. Is that balance? All right. There's AI improvements. I always love that. Told the AI that provinces with more holding slots and buildings are better, and it should try to keep those for itself when handing out titles. Oh my god! Fix the AI loving viceroyalties so much it would try to give duchies out as viceroyalties even when not allowed to do so due to being a vassal, and then destroying the duchy in a fit of rage when it realized it wasn't allowed to do so. I love these AI improvements. Told the AI that if it considers a province to be a high priority target, it should probably also consider it to be a possible target, rather than deciding to not go there just because it's slightly too far away. Oh my god, yeah. Told the AI that it isn't a good idea to grant a title to someone you just revoked a title off of, even if it's a duchy where you hold no land yourself, that it might be a good idea to hold onto the duchy you just revoked for a little while before giving it away. That absolutely makes sense. Then a lot of fixes in the interface still. Wow. Look at that. User modding database. 100 historical characters to the history of Yemen. That's crazy. And a lot of bug fixes. Let's go deeper into that. So, arrange marriage button is now disabled for characters who cannot marry. For eunuchs. How do you spell that in English? Oh my god. And they're no longer included in the selection lists for the diplomatic action. Oh, thank god. Fixed toggling province embellishments not working. Fixed ESC not closing the you need to restart to apply graphical setting changes window. Good. The trade route tooltip now tells you how much the value of the route is changed by external factors if the route is not currently at 100% value. Oh, that's very helpful. Nice. Personal combat skill value in the command modifier tooltip now lists the sources of the combat skill. Ah, nice. Fix the contact address in the EULA having some mysterious spacing. I always wrote there and it never worked. Did you have the same problem? Do you also make jokes sometime that no one understands? And do you need to explain? Fixed map modes, in some cases being wrongly colored after loading a save. Oh, good. Units raised from provinces rather than the military view now also obey your rally points. Okay, fix the not pacified by liege tooltip entry when declaring a war on another vassal, mentioning an expiry date of 1 Gen 1 when you've never been pacified. Now only shows expiry if you're currently pacified. Alright, fix the event countdown for narrative events in multiplayer overlapping the event text. Good. Fix the ruler designer not being usable in multiplayer due to the designed character getting reset upon hitting ready. Oh my god, multiplayer is getting better. Fix apostrophes and periods attempting to leave this mortal coil in on-map names. Good. Fix the tooltip for the army code of arms being unselectable and having a flickering tooltip. Fix the title tier requirement in the grand title interaction not getting translated to other languages. Well, yeah, okay. I always play in English, but I guess it would be very good for other languages. I'm German after all, and yeah. I can imagine a lot of fellow Germans getting rage through this. So, you now get a warning message when loading an old save, one in which the first or second numbers differ. Good. Added a cooldown icon for sending a physician. Ah, that's good. So we know. Fix the effect tooltip for becoming a tributary to China, sometimes not fitting into its window. Removed superfluous information from the effect tooltip for sending an artifact to China. All right. Oh, there's a lot. Decluttered the menu for interacting with China. The interactions will now only display failed conditions. Good. Fix the faulty tooltip in an old event where you ask a friend to help you refine your skills in swordsmanship. Faulty tooltips getting fixed is very, very important. So good. Correcting a few cases of highlighting and capitalizing of game terms missing in the China menu. Nice to look at. Fixed accented characters in non-English languages not showing up at all in the big decorative lever in narrative events. Now they'll show their Latin equivalent instead, e.g. E with an apostrophe will be shown as E. Good. Fix the in-game game rules window ending up behind other GUI elements on low resolutions. Yeah, happy for laptop play. Fix the assassin join requirement tooltip showing the subconditions of any playable ruler failing even when there's a ruler that meets the conditions. Fix the Chinese emperor getting the combat modifier icon at times. Fix character names based on ancestors using their regnal names rather than birth names. Oh, that makes sense. Most notably, this could result in Chinese emperors using a previous emperor's temple name as their birth name. Fix the border dispute casus belli, in some cases telling you'd usurp baronies that would not actually get usurped. There's a lot fixed here. I wonder what... I didn't ever notice. Fixed it not being visible to the player that smiths will not marry. Smiths will not marry. Oh, I'm sorry. The Taoist religion now has its own piety icon. Great. I love Taoism as an idea, at least. So, provided a way to deal with excessively hairy family members. Aha. Cats? Wolves? Horses? Updated grace conditioning tooltips in the China menu to no longer mention off-map power, but simply the Tang Empire. Fixed text overflowing in the tooltip for becoming a tributary to China. Oh, yeah, they're fixing the UI for China, right? That is a lot. Fix the multiplayer button being enabled after hitting continue in the launcher and resigning. Despite this, changing the checksum, making it impossible to actually play multiplayer. Okay. Fixed loading a save, then hitting a bookmark, causing text about achievements to appear overlapping the scenario description. Fix the achievement text not appearing after loading a save. good that is fixed. And user modding. Oh, I don't know anything about user modding, so but I'll read it anyways. So fixed on demand, no in sound, causing on demand to be turned on rather than off. I mean, really interesting thing is coming soon. Bug fixes. Character flag, AI flag never transfer will stop the AI from transferring the given character to one of its vassals. And fixed is ancestor off, is descended off, giving the wrong result in some cases due to skipping the 0th character in each generation, except the first. Oh, all right. The quick save button now works in Iron Man. It updates your Iron Man save. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. I love it. I love it. Yeah, always when you think, hey, the game, I don't know, it might crash. Let's quick save. That's good. Added show only failed conditions. Yes, parameter for triggers. Parameter for triggers. When set, this will cause only failed triggers within this trigger to show up in the tooltip. Especially useful when you have a lot of edge cases you need to handle, but which are only rarely relevant to the player. Added missing requirements. Header for the off-map interaction buttons. Second entry of a variable in-check variable trigger can now also set the comparing operator. That sounds helpful. Added GFX culture scope, which scopes to a character's ethnicity. Good. Fixed event targets not working in the culture effect. Oh, fixed is always good, right? Then the database. Yeah, the 100 historical characters to the history of Yemen during the 11th and 12th century. Al-Basulahid is now a playable ruler of Yemen. We already saw that. It's very good. Also 100 of Yemen. Wow, whoever did this. This is crazy work. Fixed a handful of provinces having more holdings than holding slots in later start dates. Increased the holding slots by 1 when adding the new holding. Fixed incorrect holder of Baghdad in 1289. Good. Then bug fixes. That is going to be long, but in the holy days there will be no dev diaries. So if you're interested, I'll read it out. I don't know anything about that. Let me take a sip of water. Fix the shatter realm casus belli, not destroying landless kingdoms and empires. Fix it being possible to end up as one's own lover. Could in very rare cases lead to crash to desktop. But I mean, this was an irony, right? Ending up as one's own lover. There are solipsists, and I mean, you could love yourself only. It should not be fixed, but the crash to desktop should disappear. Fix the AI investing more money than they had in purchasing weapons, jewelry, and armor. So they won't go into to shopping tours anymore. And yeah, I mean, credit cards in Crusader Kings 2. What is that? Updated the investigate artifact rumors chain, which appeared to never end. Oh, good. Fixed it being possible for your new liege to just transfer you back to your old one if you achieve independence as the vassal of a vassal. Okay, that's good. So you can gain layers of independence now. Fixed kinslayer penalties not being properly applied in all cases for grandparents and grandchildren. Good. The modifiers from being a tributary now get removed within a day of ceasing to be a tributary rather than taking up a month. Good. Fixed the long reign bonus being applied and at too high a value in the year between when the short reign penalty ends and when the long reign bonus was supposed to start. Well, good. If things are working as intended, then it's always good, right? Fixed it being possible to disband shattered units by selecting more than one unit. Okay. Fixed OOS when hovering over the add random education trait effect. Okay. Out of sync, right? Good. Fixed and updated the decision to become Saoshyant in accordance with the updated duties of Persia in 2.8. What is a Saoshyant? I've never come there. Fixed being able to grant indestructible artifacts to China without them being removed from your inventory. Added missing death text for the Kowtow travel trait. Good. Fixed achievements being possible to unlock with mods enabled. Yeah, I mean that's a little bit cheesy, but okay. I'm not like so much into achievements. I think they are a thing to look at for yourself, right? So hey, I've done this. It's not, and if you use mods with that, if you want to cheat with the achievements and still can't be proud of them, why not? It doesn't bother me. But if there's an eternal score somewhere, that should be objective, of course, that is important. Players should no longer be lured by foreign preachers if they are of a religion belonging to DLCs that the player does not own, which would cause a game over if they accept to convert to that religion. Ah, that's helpful, right? Oh my god. Come to me. Game over. Oh my god. The game killed you in a very special way. Added some missing rebel lock and rebel flags to the converter. And if you manage to dedicate a book to your rival, they will now be strangely flattered rather than flattered. Good. Fix the progress event for the composer book chain, where it would try to mention a chancellor by name even when you had no one employed. Fix changes to trade route value, for example, due to China going isolationist, not persisting in safes. Fixed courtiers stealing their wards to their new court if for any reason they move to another court. Aha, the Army of Light is no longer active from the start. What is the Army of Light? Please tell me. Is that, I think that's mercenaries, right? Sardinia and Corsica are now assigned to the correct pentarch. Good. The Empire of Italy now requires the Kingdom of Sardinia and Corsica. Aha, from the pentarch. Traveling the passages of time and death will no longer allow souls of war offenders to cheat the injustices they cause their enemies. Historical wars in 867 should now work when traversing history backwards. Alright, winning an invasion of China will now set their status to stable unless they are in a golden age. Fix the problem where a character could end up with multiple tributary suzerains at the start of the game. And the Chinese emperor will no longer accept that you send severely injured concubines, eunuchs, commanders, or physicians to serve them. All right. That's good. Yeah, take my court physician. He's dying, but okay. Fixed so that adopting Chinese imperialism keeps the laws from your previous title. Good. Fixed so that the cooldown for employing a smith is removed if the first thing you decide is to change your mind about the whole endeavor. Yeah, good. Fixed one way the game could freeze due to getting stuck in a liege loop. Ah, nice. Fixed the name of China sometimes getting messed up if you switch bookmarks a bit. A courtier's family now joins the new court when the courtier gains a title through the grand title interaction. Ah, that's really nice. So they take their family with them then. That's really gameplay also. Claimants for China will now abdicate their old titles before assuming the throne. Okay, that's logical. Female Muslims adventurers should now probably disregard certain social conventions and actually declare war against their targets. Okay, yes. Poor female Muslim adventurers, but now you're saved. The free captives casus belli no longer misinforms you of who you'll imprison in turn. Good. Fixed so that you do not get to adopt Chinese imperialism after having installed your own dynasty on the dragon throne. Good. Children can now gain Chinese commander traits when they grow up to get the brilliant strategist trait. Sun Tzu is calling. Fixed abdication in some cases leading to independence for no apparent reason. If you murdered your Chinese prince or princess, you will no longer receive an event where you grieve them. But I mean, it could be pretend grief, right? The Western Protectorate now also has a claim on Yemen in 769. Okay. Fixed loading saves in some cases causing nomad provinces to cease to be nomad provinces. That's weird, right? Fixed combat tactics changing every single day while flanking. What? Okay. Fixed high authority realms, in some cases ending up with no government when converting to EU4. Most notably, this could happen if a realm adopted Chinese imperialism. Good. Characters no longer get angry about being fired from the council if the reason they are no longer on the council is that someone other than their liege imprisoned them, or because they moved to a different court. Aha. Yes, that is logical and was very much needed. Characters no longer hold a grudge and their former liege for alleviating them from the council if they become bedridden with illness. Alright, that is helping. I mean, they could be a little bit sour, but not holding a grudge. Historical relatives of the Chinese emperor no longer loiter in the West. Alright. Fixed disabling the marriage AI for close relatives not persisting in saves. Good. Fixed some duplicate broken Chinese and Irish dynasties. Good. Fixed. Oh, Irish. I love to play the Irish. Fixed the embargo casus belli not being available if the Merchant Republic only indirectly holds trade posts in your lands via its patrician vessels, rather than holding them personally. Anything that clears up the game, right? Fixed regions losing their council position after loading saves. That is helpful. Fix an issue in the hermetic events where you brew a potion for someone else. You now get notified about whether they accepted the potion or not. Oh, that helps too. Fixed partially reinforced mercenaries getting a sudden boost in troop numbers upon hiring and upon dismissing. Fixed, yeah. Okay. Good that they fixed bugs, right? Fixed overly hairy patricians crashing the game. What? Okay, so probably the animals, right? Fixed a change in the holder of a vessel title, in some cases invalidating wars for that title, even though it is still in the same realm. That's good. That I saw that happen in a Let's Play, a friend of mine. We no longer cull borders on the map since it makes no sense with the max zoom level we have now. Okay, yeah. Windows and Unix can now chat with each other. Oh, right, that is cool. Characters no longer talk about the weather as much. What? Fixed you instantly getting a game over if you played as a ruler design nomad vessel. Interesting. Yeah, good. Fixed holding in old saves, sometimes ending up with a de jure county different from the county they are in. Could in rare cases lead to freezes. Fixed desert cavalry buildings giving horse archers instead of camel cavalry. Makes sense. Fixed requirements for steppe cavalry buildings incorrectly excluding Iranian from levels 1 and 3. This is obscure to me. Fixed siege leaders in flanks other than the center not working after loading a save, but instead only for new battles or if reassigned. My god, this is down there, but it could really be very influential on your game. Fixed revolting against your liege while having Gavelkind or elective Gavelkind succession causing you to change succession to seniority. I guess Crusader Kings is still a very, very complex and complicated game, and it's good that they fixed so much. Thank you for listening, probably. You probably would not be watching this. I would stick to listening. So from now on I'll try to cover the Crusader Kings 2 Dev Diaries 2. Note that they are working on another DLC, which was mentioned somewhere here by the Paradox officials. So there's a new DLC coming, and they're working on it. So that said, thank you for watching, and happy gaming to you. If you like generally the grand strategy games, I'm making EU4 and Stellaris Let's Plays at the moment too. And I'm regularly broadcasting the news, mainly for Stellaris, but also for EU4, and now for Crusader Kings 2, because I'm very interested in the new DLC coming. I'm really waiting for a reason to start a game with Crusader Kings 2, so I want to get involved. Hope this was good for you. See you in the next episode of anything, and happy gaming to you. Have a good time. Until next time.